fly proudly alongside the tricolors of the Bahamian national flag over Freeport-LaCaya, Grand Bahama Island. It's a long way to New York City, and for 13 of the world's great athletes, an even longer trip in the 5 grueling events that remain to determine the 1978 Superstars champion. The tourists and the locals are relaxed. They're caught up in the pleasures of this island. It could be the thrill of speeding behind a powerboat, or the quiet relaxation of diving off a lonely catamaran into the deep blue waters offshore. It's a different story for the Superstars, however. The fun is still there, but so is the tension. As it was in the 5 events we share, the competitors begin anew, and here are the athletes.
Greg Pruitt, running back, Cleveland Browns.
Speed and heart brought Greg more than 1,000 yards last year. That same speed and heart has brought him the overall lead entering today's competition.
Hi, I'm Dwight Stones, 2-time Olympic bronze medalist and 10-time world record holder in the high jump.
He might wear it on his T-shirt, but he's far from a Mickey Mouse competitor, and he does not like to finish second.
David Casper, tight end, Oakland Raiders.
Experience has to help, and Dave's been here before. Last year, this finest of all the tight ends collected more than $34,000 in Superstars competition.
I'm Wayne Grimditch, holder of the world's water ski jumping record of 180 feet.
Wayne is the premier water ski jump champion throughout the world. His goal throughout the year is to become the Superstars champion.
Hi, I'm Steve Garvey, first baseman for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Mr. Durability, his demeanor on the field as well as off has brought Steve superstardom in baseball and fan attraction wherever he plays.
My name is Ben Davidson. I played defensive line for the Oakland Raiders very effectively.
Ben's skills at defensive end were honed and sharpened over many a prostrate NFL quarterback, often criticized for his style of play. None could deny he came to play.
I'm Mark Van Eeghen, running back for the Oakland Raiders.
A Pro Bowler this year, Mark is a typical Raider fullback, durable, strong, and toughest of all on 3rd and 1.
I'm Bob Beeman, the world record holder in the long jump.
To set a world record is a dream for most athletes, but Bob's world record long jump of 29 feet 2.5 inches could stand forever.
Bill Bergey, middle linebacker, Philadelphia Eagles.
An All-Pro 3 of the last 4 years. He's tough as nails and as soft as a marshmallow. Ask his sons, Jake and Jason.
Ron Say, third baseman, Los Angeles Dodgers.
The label Penguin doesn't bother this man, and his booming bat has silenced many a chuckle.
Hi, I'm Don Maynard, former wide receiver with New York Jets.
A member of the all-time AFL team, Don's credentials as a New York Jet were written with speed, intelligence, and sticky fingers.
My name is Deacon Jones, former Secretary of Defense, the Los Angeles Rams, number 75.
The NFL's top defensive player in 67 and 68, the Deacon's quickness, agility, and strength changed the style of play for defensive ends who would follow.
Hi, I'm Tom Sneva, 1977 USAC National Driving Champion.
And that USAC championship last year marks him once again as a top contender at Indianapolis in May. So that's the story as we move to the final 5 events to determine the 1978 Superstars champion. Hello again, everyone. I'm Frank Gifford, and it has been exciting competition, a very tightly bunched field as we've just seen. And while the athletes are still laughing and chuckling and carrying on, and they're losing a little bit of that because it's coming down now to determine that champion. And it looks like it's going to go right down to the obstacle course as it usually does. And let's take a look at what the athletes have put behind them. Tennis, swimming, weightlifting, the 100-yard dash, the half-mile run. And still to come, bicycle racing, bowling, rowing, golf, the obstacle course. Points are awarded to each athlete with 10 points going to the winner of each event, 7 points for second place and on down to 1 point for 5th place. Each point is worth $300 with the overall champion of the 1978 Superstars receiving a bonus of $25,000. Second place, $15,000, while the 3rd place finalists could smile with a $10,000 bonus. Superstar Dave Casper. He's not in the bicycle competition, and he's not too good at blowing bubbles. Dave Casper in 3rd place with 19 points at the moment overall. Ready now? Field is set. 1 mile, 4 times around the track. Wayne Grimditch, Steve Garvey, Ben Davidson, Bill Bergey, and Mark Van Eeghen. And the man to watch, of course, is Wayne Grimditch. He holds all the bicycle records in Superstars competition, but Ben Davidson has moved out on top, Bill.
Yes, you know, Frank, bicycle racing, especially for a mile, is usually a little dull for the first 3 laps because everybody's conservative. It's really tough competition, and so nobody wants to lose it on a mistake. So everybody's very conservative for the first 3 laps, and they try to do little. This is one of the few races in the competition where you can sight your opponents.
Big Ben Davidson probably a surprise. Bill moving out. Right now it's Ben Davidson in the lead. Garvey and Grimditch on the inside. In second place, Bill Bergey moving up a little bit on the outside. He's in white there. Back of the pack is Mark Van Eeghen. But it's Ben Davidson, Steve Garvey, and Grimditch. Very slow pace at this point, Bill.
Yes, now, you know, in the half-mile preliminary, Wayne Grimditch just went out from wire to wire. But the mile race is altogether different.
All right, it remains that way. Greg Pruitt, he's the overall leader. He has 28 points. Now, Grimditch, and he indicates he wants a second-place finish by Grimditch. Should Grimditch win it, he will move into a tie with 28 points in the overall competition. Ben Davidson, again with that slow pace, on top. On the outside is Garvey, and boxed in a little bit, but it doesn't mean that much at this point, is Wayne Grimditch. And rounding out the tightly bunched pack, Bill Bergey and Mark Van Eeghen.
I think some of these guys may have some ideas about stealing this race, keep a slow pace, and maybe I'll kick everybody. But I don't think anyone's going to steal this race because I got to figure that Wayne Grimditch has a built-in burglar alarm, and he's going to stop all the thievery.
The pack remains tight. The strategy going through the heads of all these superstars. Ben Davidson with a very slow pace. Garvey right on the outside of Wayne Grimditch. See, he has him boxed in on the rail. Then comes Bill Bergey on the outside. He's moved up just a little bit, followed by Mark Van Eeghen.
Now, a pace like this, Frank, you would think would help the guy with the greatest speed, which would be Grimditch. But these guys all figure that maybe they can steal it.
And Mark Van Eeghen is beginning to make a move. He did it in the heat, which he won. He's out on top. Mark Van Eeghen passing on the turn. And now everyone has quickened the pace. They head for the final lap. Van Eeghen has the lead. And inside is Ben Davidson, Steve Garvey, Wayne Grimditch on the outside, and he can't go around. He drops back to the inside. Mark Van Eeghen, he's going to try and steal it, just like you said, Bill. Ben Davidson trying to stay with him. Then comes Garvey. Here's Grimditch. He's coming through on the inside. Grimditch out of fourth place, in third place. Second place. And he's going to pass Mark Van Eeghen on the turn. He's in first place. He coasts to the turn. He was going too fast, so he let off a little bit. Wayne Grimditch sprinting for the finish line. He'll be the winner, and wow, and Davidson and Van Eeghen battling for second place, followed by Bill Bergey and Steve Garvey. Wow, what a finish. Oh, Wayne Grimditch almost lost it when he got in trouble. He had nowhere to go for a while, then he found the opening on the inside, Bill.
Yes, unusual as it may be, he let himself get boxed in because he passed on the inside, and then he had to swing to the outside to get free.
Oh, and did he ever get free? Look at him roar by Davidson. Now by Van Eeghen. And again, as I mentioned, he had too much speed going for him. These turns are not banked that much. He had to coast through that turn. He could have lost it. And then it became a battle between Ben Davidson and Mark Van Eeghen as it was all over for Wayne Grimditch. He had it won at this point. But what a finish for second place. Look at this. Ben Davidson and Mark Van Eeghen neck and neck as they crossed the finish line, and it was Mark Van Eeghen getting second, Ben Davidson third. It's tied up between Greg Pruitt and Wayne Grimditch, Reggie Hazel.
Well, you know, it's a thing of competition. He wants to win, and I want to win. I hope him the best, and I hope myself the best. One thing I hope that looks like whoever's going to win is not going to be that far over 5'10", right?
For sure. Oh, strong point there. Strong point.
Good luck, you guys.
The little men are dominating thus far. Let's take a look at the results of the bicycle racing. Wayne Grimditch collecting a very important 10 points, followed by Mark Van Eeghen, Ben Davidson, Bill Bergey, and Steve Garvey. The overall standings, the little guys are leading.